Hello everybody, welcome back to the Lost Mine Pokemon Trading Card Game channel. I am Lucas, and today I have for you a Dragapult Blaziken deck profile. This deck was doing very well near the end of the City Leagues, because they have ended now, but it was doing very well. There was one specific day, I think it was the 8th of March, that it won 3 events in one day in those City Leagues, which is, take it with a grain of salt. It's about a League Cup, but that's very good. And this deck has been showing in standard format, current standard format, pre-rotation, how strong it is. It's been top 32ing, top 64ing with a very small amount of people on the deck. So it's only going to get better as time goes on. So we'll start off with a 4 Dreepy. You have a very thick line of Dragapult in this deck, so it's your draw engine, it's your main attacker. You have a 4-4-2 Dragapult line. 2 Dragapult might seem a little bit weird, but you have a secondary attacker in this Blaziken, so that's why it's okay to play the double Dragapult instead of the full line. This card is very good. This Blaziken EX card, I'll read it out just so that the people who maybe aren't super familiar with the metagame will know what it does. Its ability is once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon, and for a fire and a colorless, it does 200 damage. So there's a few upsides with this. It provides your energy acceleration, where like Neo used to, Neo Upper Energy, but now lists are trying to move away from Neo Upper Energy and move towards Unfair Stamp. Blaziken helps with that. It can attach energies to your Monkey Dories. And it also is an attacker that one-shots Lily's Clefairy while not being able to be returned KO'd by Clefairy. So it removes that weakness that Dragapult had. So pairing that with everything I mentioned previously, it is quite good. And I'm actually starting to consider on whether or not this is the best version of Dragapult. We have double Monkey Dory. Now, typically the average Dragapult list will play, straight Pult going into post-rotation is playing 2. But this was a deck that pre-rotation was playing double Monkey Dory, whereas most Dragapult lists were playing 1. I think Straight Pult was still playing 2, but Dragapult Dusknoir was playing 1. And a big reason for that is this Blaziken ability is able to attach basic Dark Energies to these Monkey Dories. So you can attach to Monkey Dory and attach to Dragapult in the same turn. So it makes it a lot easier to set up your Monkey Dories. It's very, very strong. We have a Psyduck, we have a Budew, we have a Shaman, we have a Meowth, we have a Clefairy, and we have a Pheasantipity to round out this Pokemon count. You want Psyduck just because your deck will lose to Dragapult Dusknoir if you're not playing it. Your deck is less innately strong as Dragapult Dusknoir. But this Psyduck basically just completely covers that matchup. So now that matchup is just they're playing a bunch of dead cards in their deck, where I only need to have 1 bench space dedicated to countering a big portion of their deck. And my deck is just a better version of their deck because I'm playing double Monkey Dory, which is very strong in the Dragapult Mirror match. We play a Shaman for Starmie. We also play a Shaman for Raging Bolt, as that got quite popular at the tail end of post-rotation format in Japan. It's also a pretty decent deck, Raging Bolt is. We play 1 Budew. You would like to see 2, for sure. I would like to see 2 in this deck. I think you could easily play 2 if you wanted to. But the list that I was taking played 1, and I decided not to change that, because they obviously do have a reason. Maybe this format is quite a lot slower, so you don't need to go attack with Budew while setting up. Or you can also just Night Stretcher for it if you want it back. We play 1 Lily's Clefairy. Now this just seals the Dragapult matchup. So even into other Dragapult decks that play Clefairy, you can kill with Clefairy a lot easier because of your Blaziken EX. And then when if they ever kill your Dragapult with the Clefairy, you can respond with a Blaziken, and then this can't be one-shot. You attack with a Clefairy into their Dragapult, you're automatically ahead of the prize race, including the fact that you play Psyduck and double Monkey Dory. Your Dragapult matchup's quite good with this version of the deck. I haven't played very much of the Mirror, so take that with a grain of salt, but you just got to think, like, there's no way that my Dragapult deck is not beating their Dragapult deck if it's playing Psyduck, double Monkey Dory, Clefairy. We play 1 Meowth. This is just a staple at this point. This card is very strong. It is always good consistency. And we play 4 Ultra Ball. And we play 1 Pheasantipity. Everyone knows what Pheasantipity does. It's incredibly good. We play 4 Lily's Determination. I mean, just best consistency card in the format right now. We play 3 bosses orders. I mean, I guess I should say best consistency supporter in the format. We play 3 boss. Dragapult loves to play high counts of boss because it can really take advantage of fragile board states. We play Double Dawn. This is quite strong with Meowth in format now. You lost a lot of good search cards at the end of, like, you lost some of the good search cards you had at the beginning of, oh, Jesus Christ. You lost quite a few of the search cards you had in last format, and these decks aren't really playing Hilda now, so without playing Hilda and needing to find Neo Upper Energy, Dawn just becomes infinitely better. We play 1 Judge. This is the best disruption you have other than Unfair Stamp, so playing a Judge is quite good. And you have 1 Crispin. You don't need as many Crispin as the average Dragapult deck because you play Blaziken, but still having 1 to find off Meowth is incredibly helpful. We play 4 Poffin, 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Pokepad. Typically you would like to be playing 4 Pokepad, but when you're taking up a lot of space with this Blaziken, Clefairy, Psyduck thing, you have to make cuts where you have to, and that results in 3 Pokepad. And that's okay, because you're also playing Double Dawn, so your early game is still going to be strong. If possible, 4 Pokepad is always great to see in Dragapult, but right now, I think it's okay to have the triple Pokepad. This is still going to be a very consistent ball search count, as well as having the Double Dawn. You're going to be okay. You're going to be able to set up a few of your Dracloaks, and that's really all you need in the early game as Dragapult. We play double Rare Candy. This is a lot better in this version because you have 2 stage 2s that you want to have in play, whereas Dragapult Dusknoir, while it does have that Dusknoir, a lot of the time, Pult is very content with just using Dusclops. And also, as a result of post-rotation, Dragapult is just a lot faster now. The format isn't as slow, so you want to be able to respond to early game aggression with these rare candies, and it does a great job at that. So that's why you see like the 1 Combuskin in the Blaziken lineup is the rare candy fixes that. Double Night Stretcher. You don't need as many because the Blaziken recycles your basic energies, so you're losing a lot of value from with Night Stretcher from that. But being able to immediately grab back a Psyduck, a Shaman, or a Budu is invaluable. And then we play the 1 Unfair Stamp. This card is incredible. Oh my god. Every single time I Unfair Stamp someone in this format, it feels so amazing. Especially when you're playing a Dragapult deck, because you can attack them with Phantom Dive and kill a major engine piece of theirs with the Phantom Dive bench damage, especially with double Monkey Door. You're fixing a lot of numbers for that bench damage, and Unfair Stamp gains a lot of value when you're able to target the bench. We play 1 Jamming Tower. Very unsure about this card. I've seen it in a lot of lists, but I don't know how much value it's actually getting in this format. Where last format, it was getting Bravery Charm, it was getting Lux Cape, it was getting TM Evo, it was getting Turbo Energize. It loses a lot of that, and while there is still some tool play in this format, like Air Balloon, it's not as good, and I would consider switching it for a Watchtower in this deck. I think Watchtower is a very, very strong card, but Jamming Tower is also okay. Like, you don't want to shut off your Meowth, but I think this deck is one of those decks where Unfair Stamp plus Watchtower is incredible, and you don't need Meowth to play the game a lot of the time. So having 1 Meowth, 1 Watchtower in the deck, it's not like you're losing a bunch of value. Then we play 1 Risky Ruins. This card is quite strong now that Hawlucha's not in the format. You need the damage fixing where you can get it, and Risky Ruins provides that, especially with a higher Monkey Dory Dragapult, like a higher dependency on Monkey Dory Dragapult deck. You're going to be able to move that damage that you get from benching Monkey Dory around wherever you want. And being able to attach the energies to Monkey Dories with Blaziken means that Risky Ruins will get its Monkey Dory value much earlier on in the game. So early in the game, you can easily start taking knockouts with that Risky Ruins Monkey Dory combo, especially with the Crispin as well. For our energy lineup, we play 3 basic Fire, 3 basic Psychic, 2 basic Dark. This is a very normal energy count. You have the double Dark because you don't really need, like, I know all Dragapult lists are playing double Dark at this point, all straight Dragapult lists at least, but especially in Blaziken, you don't need an insane amount of Dark Energies to be able to attack with your monkeys. You need 1 Dark Energy a lot of the time. Sometimes you need 2, but when one of those monkey dies, you just stretch her back a monkey, use Blaziken EX, attach the Dark Energy, and then you're completely good to go. This is the Dragapult Blaziken deck. I think this has a lot of potential. I actually think this could very much, I think this could be the best Dragapult build I think it has a very strong upside in being able to, first off, loop Clefairy EX, being able to attack with Clefairy and then Dragapult kill it, and then you go Stretcher, attack with Clefairy because of the Blaziken. Oh, that's insane. I also am a huge fan of Blaziken in general. Being able to counter their Clefairy is invaluable in a format with Dragapult being as good as it is, because a lot of people are going to lean towards Clefairy as a way of beating Dragapult. So Blaziken counters that. And overall, I think this deck has a lot of tricks. I think everyone should give this a try, and I think everyone should keep their minds open to maybe this is just the best Dragapult build. I'm thinking about it. This deck seems crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys continue supporting the channel if you wish. Comment down anything you really want in the comment section. We respond to everything, and we even build the decks that you guys want us to build because we like our community. So if you have a deck you want to see, message us comment down below, and we'll do it. We'll check it out. You can also message Landon or the Lost Mind Podcast on Twitter at KatlerTCG or at Lost Mind Podcast, respectively. Unfortunately, I did delete Twitter, so I'm not there anymore. I don't regret it. Sorry. And then you can make sure you can check out Landon on Metafy if you wish. He's pretty cool. He taught me a lot about this game. When I was, he's known me since I was like 6 years old. So, and he was incredibly good at Pokemon at that point. Like, he was already quite good. So he definitely accelerated my knowledge of Pokemon. So 10 years later, 11 years later, I'm able to do what I'm doing in Pokemon. And that's a pretty direct result to him. So give him a try as your coach if you wish. He charges reasonable prices too. I don't know why I'm advertising so hard for him. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.